Welcome to TUF TV. Just enjoying some 5 lappers around Belgium at the moment. This is the team reveal for Season 3 of F1 2017. Joined with Miracles and Pagani. Hello boys.
Alright. How you doing?
Literally just going to grab the links a second, share them in chat so the boys can get involved. Link. So what are you boys hoping for in terms of your team and your teammates for this season?
Someone who's better than me.
That narrows down the field.
And then whatever car suits me, mate, just not. As long as I'm not in a banana, I'm fine. Just keep the banana away from me, otherwise I will stab somebody.
Okay, here we go. Links all in chats. Okay.
What about yourself? What do you want for it?
So for those that don't know, for this season we've upped it to 3 divisions, meaning we now race 6 days a week. It's going to be Sunday and Friday for TUF 3. And the same as last season, Monday, Wednesday for 2 and Tuesday, Thursday for 1. How it works is the 20 cars are separated into 2 pots. They're obviously seeded by where they finished in the championship last season. Relegated guys become top seeds in the lower division, and promoted guys become higher seeds. Become lower seeds in the top division. However, the championship winner does become a 10th seed in the higher division, if you get what I mean. Pagani's going to start us off with TUF 3. Take it away.
I'll just a quick comment from Shay saying that your game volume might be too loud.
I think I've just turned it down a little bit, so I think it might be alright now.
Yeah.
So, happy days, hopefully. Okay.
So we all ready to start TUF 3 now?
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Right. So, Sauber. Look like a decent team from my perspective. We've got Georgios and Crunch.
Sounds solid.
Yeah, don't know too much about Crunch. Georgios we know about. Could be a player.
Georgios has been reserve in a lot of races and he's very solid with what he does. He's Crunch, being a newcomer. See what he has.
See what Crunch can do.
Then we've got McLaren, which could just be the pinnacle for the division, I think, with Shea and Bad Boy.
Ooh.
Shea, if he keeps his wing. I'm not sure about Bad Boy. He's a bit untested for me at the moment, so let's see how he does.
Yeah, I've seen Bad Boy race, and he's not the slowest. He's a very solid, consistent driver from what I know.
2 seconds, I've lost my phone. Haas, we've got Rip and Run and SD.
SDB caught.
Yeah, I've got to enlarge the photo to see what it is, and it's just pixelated. SDB caught, sorry. I apologise.
That's alright, we're going to have to learn that name for stream purposes, I think, boys.
Yeah, I think somebody might have to message him and ask him how he wants it pronounced.
Yeah, okay. Rip and Run, we know as a former alias, is pretty quick. Not sure about SDB Cot, so again, going to be a relative unknown for this season.
Rip and Run, I've raced against him before. He's very quick, but sometimes his head does go.
Yeah.
Usually at me, so luckily we're in a different division. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Then
know
we've got
sorry.
the Renault team with Ravers and Boz. Somebody just inhaled very loudly behind me and just get the living daylight out of me. Yeah, brother.
Ravers dropping down obviously to Tier 3 by his own choice. The days are better for him this season, so I hope it works out for him. And Boss,
Yeah.
another one, no idea.
Ravers had a few decent races last season, and I think he's got the pace.
Yeah, he did get a 5th or 6th somewhere towards the end of the season, so yeah.
A bit of inside knowledge on Ravers, I do know that he's just been getting a wheel.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, he did tell me.
So there might be something more to come from that.
Yeah, whether or not he sticks the first season, this next season out, learning the wheel, and then the season after he looks to progress, who knows? All the best to him anyway.
Boz, I'm not sure and I haven't seen enough of him, but he's highly recommended.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see much of him at all.
Williams, again, a very strong pairing of Raid 4 and Cloudy. One of the has Cloudy Balloons.
Yeah, not no quality cloudy balloons and that.
Ray 4 for
Ray
me.
looks quick.
Yeah, he could be the challenger to VZLA for the championship for me.
Yeah, when I was streaming, when I was commentating on the test day, he did look quick.
Yeah.
Very indeed.
I think the only trouble Red 4 is going to have might be his connection, because it does appear to lag once in a while. But
yeah.
Hopefully it's not a problem. Toro Rosso, you've got Fowler and Hassan.
I've seen them two in the TUF.
I haven't seen a lot of both drivers personally, but
Yeah, I think Fowler's reserved for a couple of races and scored some decent points. Hassan came towards the end of last season, so see what he can do with a full season under his belt this year.
Yeah.
Force India, you've got Jay and Whopper. I'm pretty sure I've read that like
well. I know Whopper very well. He's a good driver. Just needs to get a good season, consistent. Doesn't get into much trouble. So,
Is that something for the stewards to look out for then, is it?
No. He'll be one of them that he won't pick up a penalty point. He'll be alright.
Excuse me.
Jake, he's raced here before. He's come back this season. He's quick. Did well in Abu Dhabi. I think he was at the end of last season, so I think he could be a player this year as well.
Got Red Bull with Kills and I Shoot You.
Anyone want to fire away?
Well, I'm pretty good mates with Kills. I know he's been trying to get back into the game because he hasn't played it for a long while. So he used to have very good pace and was very consistent, but hopefully he can get back to that.
Okay.
I Shoot You, I'm not so sure on.
Yeah, I've not seen much good play from honest.
I've just realised I'm doing the stream and I'm literally just focused on one car for the whole 5 laps of that race.
Yeah, I'm focused on Shea, and it's probably not the best driver we focus on at the moment. He seems to be more off the track than on it, but we've come to know that from Shea.
Yeah. You still got his front wing though, so that's progression.
Well, damage is off, so it's
yeah,
sort
of course it
helps.
is. Yeah. No one's Shea though, he'd find a way.
We did pit lap 1, so there's probably an issue.
Oh, Chris is just taking him out as well. Chris doing a bit of talking.
Nice racing, lads. Right, then we've got Ferrari with Hartzer and Ferrariista.
Yeah, he'd be happy to get the Ferrari with that name, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's very ironic, you could say.
Yeah, yeah. Hartzer's another guy who picked up some decent points from the reserve places last year, so I'm looking forward to see how he does with the full season as well.
I raced Hartzer a couple of times. He's a very clean, fair driver, so hopefully he does well.
It's always good to hear.
Yeah.
Mercedes, again, it's a very, very decent team. You've got VCLA and Jack.
VZLA, potential champion, I think. He's going to be fighting with Raid 4, maybe Jake, for the title, in my opinion. Jack. Let's see what happens with him.
I know he hasn't done much 50% races, Gabriel, but if he works on that, he can definitely win the title.
So, if you had to pick 4 of those guys from who would go up, who would be your 4?
I think VZLA, Raid 4, Bad Boy, maybe Rip and Run.
Okay.
I'm going to say, but I'm going to put Jake into Rip and Run, because I don't know Rip and Run very well.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same as you, Miracles. I don't know Bad Boy, so I couldn't actually comment on there. But I don't know, I'm going to give, I'll say Hartzer. I think Hartzer's going to prove his worth in this division this year. So that's TUF 3. I will post each lineup into each chat, boys, so you can see your team and your teammate. So moving on to TUF 2, Miracles.
So in the Sauber we have Catanese and Henry, 2 very good drivers.
Indeed.
Catanese all last season, I think did he finish every race?
I'm not sure if he finished every race, but I think he may have raced every race.
Yeah, I know he's consistent.
Yeah, but Catanese is the type of guy who, even if he's like down 2 laps, he'll still finish the race, which is great actually.
Yeah. And then Henry, I've seen him a couple of seasons ago, very quick.
He is. Ultimately left, I think, because he knew he wasn't going to go up, so let's hope he can go on better this year.
Yeah, so in the McLaren we have Wiskits and Alex. I don't know Alex much, but I know Wiskit is. He got unlucky in Division 1, didn't they? With the could have potentially stayed up.
Yeah, I've said this to a lot of people, and I think you're going to see the true pace of Wiskit this year in Div 2. I really do think he's going to have skin. He was qualifying a lot better towards the end of last season, and his race pace is really good. And yeah, I do think he's going to do well. I think he could be a dark horse.
He shows great pace in 5 laps. If he can bring that to the table in the 50, then
that's cool.
Yeah,
he could be in for a shout. Yeah, easily.
Alex, I don't know much about. No honesty, I think he's a new boy, he's only this season.
Yeah, so
He did have some issues in the test race. His car was upside down coming into the pits.
Sounds about right for this game, isn't it?
there we go.
Alright, in the house we have Chris and Charged. So it's a very Chris consistent again.
What is going on in this race? There's cars everywhere.
I know Chris has been wanting that Haas basically since halfway through the season, so he'll be glad to have that.
Yeah, Charged has just moved up, hasn't he? He's just moved up today.
Yeah, basically, there was an issue with one regular driver for Div 2 who wasn't compliant, shall we say, so rather than start the season and have to replace him after 3-4 races, we decided to do it now. Get somebody in who we know is going to be there every week.
Yeah, I've seen Charged in a few reserve races and he just looked quite quick.
Yeah, he used to race with us. I can't remember if it was the start of this game or if it was the last game, but he is pretty quick. He will be challenging for points almost every race.
I just had a quick look at the YouTube comments, and Catanese is happy with the team and happy with his teammates. So
Happy days, isn't it?
Lennon is being typical Lennon. Say bye to loving me.
Your time's coming, Lennon, don't worry.
Yeah, so Renault, Ecken and Matley, the banana car.
Thank God, there is a God. I'm not in the Renault.
Is it, how ironic is it, the tech and the guy who always slips up has the banana? He wanted an Irishman, he's got an Italian.
Many missed. The man who says he could put foot in the wet. So we'll see if he can keep that out this season.
Yeah.
And Matley, is he a new boy as well, is he, Matley?
Again, he's another one who raced a couple towards the back end of last year, but we'll see what he does. Chris recommends him, so if he screws up, it's on Chris. So.
I do hope that he does become a good driver, because I haven't had the best running with him so far, but things can only get better. And Tekken's Tekken, really, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah. Must have win every race over here. Did he win one last season?
No, he didn't.
bottle drop. Sorry, that slipped out. I do apologise.
I think me and
Paul
Paul
in USA.
Alright, Williams. Pagani.
Ooh,
I'm so then.
I forgot I applied for Williams. That's nice. I'll take that. To be fair, it's not bright yellow. I'll take it.
In bright white instead, mate. So.
I think his team's been a team that's been waiting to happen for years.
Technically, it did happen in season 1 in the banana of all things.
Oh yeah, of course it did, but yeah, that didn't go too well for either of you, really, did it?
Well, sure, I won a race, and I sort of like sat there like a spare prick at a wedding, wasn't I?
That's right, Sean.
You happy with your teammate? Steve?
To be fair, I think if he gets on the first lap this season, he'll be happy. So after that, he's going to get points more or less most races, isn't he? So
yeah, he's consistent.
all I've got to do is finish a race for once.
Liverpool, mate. Alright, Toro, we've got Lennon and Majestic. Will Lennon be happy about that? They picked up a race win last season.
Lennon's never happy about anything. This is something he should learn very quickly.
Majestic picked up some solid points towards the end of last season. I think he knows he's going to be one of the favourites this season to maybe go down, but that's a good challenge for him, you know?
I think the jump from Majestic from season 1 to season 2 was probably the best in the league.
Yeah.
So if he can keep that going for this season, he should probably be challenging top 8, you would think.
If he keeps improving, he should be top 10. And then Lennon needs to finish a race more time, don't you? More than
I mean, Lennon could probably learn a thing or two from Majestic. I don't think Majestic retires too often. I mean, he did the practice race, was it? Was it Abu Dhabi maybe for TUF 1 and finished, and didn't finish too far behind. So Lennon may not be happy, but maybe Majestic's not happy.
Yeah, Lennon isn't very happy in the chat. I'll keep it PG, but he ain't happy, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Alright, fourth India, we have Sal and Bjorn. Or Bjorn. Is it Bjorn, is it?
Yeah, a very Scandinavian name for a Dutch guy. Sean recommends him. Sean said he's good. We know what Sal's
I raced him in a couple of open lobbies while we were trying to find some drivers, and he appeared very clean and very quick, so hopefully it comes off for him.
Yeah,
and
Sal,
do we have to talk about Sal?
Race wins. He should be fighting for race wins this season.
Yeah, I know. Anything we say about Sal is just going to boost his head a little bit, but
I was going to say, don't make his head any bigger. He's got to walk through door frames, remember?
We know he's quick, but he's quite like Tech, and he loves bottling it too.
I still remember China Div 1 where he qualified the thing on pole as a reserve, and then how many corners was it? 2?
It's only tried to give you a little weave on the old straight, and he pinned it in the wall for quality in Div 2.
Yeah, I remember that. I couldn't stop laughing at him. I messed up my qualifying lap laughing at him. But nah, he should be alright. Should be challenging for podiums every race, you would think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Alright, Red Bull, Matty and Spa. No, Matty, I reckon he'd be happy with the Red Bull. I'm not too sure about his teammate though.
Marty, we were talking about Majestic's improvement, who was kind of like the most improved Marty for the last season for me. Most improved.
Yeah.
He fought for got quite a few podiums last year. Now with the likes of yourself, Miracles, and who else? Holmes going up. I think he's going to challenge for wins this year.
Yeah, I know him very well, and if he can, he's got very good race pace, but he doesn't help himself with qualifying. He knows that. He already knows that. So if he can start there, start top 5, he can fly for a race.
He was very close to the win in Austria, but Lennon sort of pipped him. So
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to get there. It's just a matter of pulling the finger out and quality, isn't it?
Yeah. In Spur,
To be fair, I can't say anything.
I've seen Spur as well. He gets unlucky at some points, and then sometimes I think he's just a bit inconsistent. But maybe it might change the season for him. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes.
There we go. Next up.
Alright. Ferrari. This is a team that I reckon will have a good chance of winning the Constructors. Fia and Kevin or Keva.
Oh,
Very solid.
Very strong.
That's probably one of the strongest out there, in my opinion.
I mean, Kevin's been in Div 2, done it, and bought a t-shirt, hasn't he? I mean, he knows what it takes to win. Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got lag issues he's got to worry about. I don't know, his head seemed to go in TUF1 last year. He didn't seem to compete as well as I thought he did. Like Nikos and Costa were right up there. And
by 4 seconds, it doesn't really matter if he's got lag, does it? He's going to lag back into the 3-second gap, so...
yeah, but that's it for me.
Yeah, Fear as well started to pick up.
Yeah.
Fear from mid-season, his qualifying was on point. He was like top 5 every race.
Yeah. It's his starts. His starts let him down. He gets over worried, like too defensive, or he tries making a clumsy move. He just needs to keep his head, keep it clean through the first few corners, and just go from there.
Yeah. Mercedes, Scuba, and Brandon will be smoothie. Another very good team.
Yeah.
Scuba.
For those that didn't
Top
know,
3.
yeah, for those that didn't know, Scuba would have gone up, but he couldn't make the race days. And Brandon's returning and has serious pace.
To be fair, he's putting the practice in, so...
Yeah, Scuba last season picked up a win down at Abu Dhabi last race, so he probably want to hope to carry on with that. On to the next part of the season. Very good driver.
Yeah, I think he won 3 or 4 races, Scuba, last year.
Yeah, he may have won a few.
Which, considering you and Holmes absolutely dominated for most parts of the season, that's really good.
I think if it's wet, Scuba's gone. Like,
yeah, he's very good.
What, he won China by 30 seconds or something? He's like, his wet weather pace is insane.
Yeah. I'll put Scuba as favourites to win Div 2 in my opinion. I'll put that out there. That's my early bet on.
You think
I
Scuba?
do apologise for the strange noises.
Yeah, but I think Scuba.
Yeah, okay. I think he will definitely be up there fighting. He's silly to sort of write him off. The only thing we hope is that the Div 1 days, and if it does get to that, become available for him so he can make that step up and test himself against the first guys in the league.
He has got the pace to do that.
Right,
I'm going to be confident, so I'm going to win.
You're going to win anyway.
To be fair, I'm going to finish a race first, but...
Yeah, you'll finish 5 laps better before you keep your front wing from the first corner as well.
Yeah. See what happens. I'll give it a go.
So we have the luxury of this one of going who's going to be the 4 up, who's going to be the 4 down. Let's start with relegation. Who's going to go down?
It's tough. It's looking really tight. I'll put Spur down there. I feel like it's bad luck. But sometimes he's not on it, some days it could affect him. I don't know who else.
Connie?
I want to pick a big name out of the hat, and I want to go south, personally.
To get relegated?
Yeah, I think because if he can't make every race day, if he then bottles the races that he's in to try and make more points.
He's just trying to shrink his head so he can fit through the doors, mate. You're trying to do him a favour.
Basically, I'm just trying to write Sow off for the championship because where somebody has to, don't they? You can't everybody be kissing him up the backside, can you?
I'm gonna go judging by how Matt Lee qualified in the Azerbaijan practice race, which is something like 20-30 seconds behind.
Don't remind me.
Some practice is gonna be needed for this guy, I think, to compete. This division is well seasoned. All these boys know how to race, to lead race. So I think I think he's going to find it tough. Excuse the pun. Maybe Spurb Majestic will be in that scrap. Bjorn not too sure, and maybe Alex as well.
Yeah, some of these boys I don't know the true pace.
And you know what? Actually, Lennon, I think if he doesn't start finishing races and scoring points, he could be in that fight as well, man.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't turn up, he'll have it.
Yeah. Right, promotion and championship. Who's it going to be?
Me.
Okay.
Promotion.
But thanks for the optimism, lads. I thought somebody might, but you know.
Put in the practice, mate. You'll be alright. I reckon you can snag the top 3 on your day. Week in, week out, though, with a different one. I reckon Scuba will win it. Kevin, Sal, and I'll put Whiskey in there.
Yeah.
It's tight up there, though. It's very tight up there.
I think I might replace. I don't know, because if Kevin turns up, you know what he's like. You know he's lightning. So I think Henry instead of maybe Sal.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be tight. There's a few more than 4 up there that can fight for that.
Yeah, I mean Whisket as well as Sean as well this year. Whisket said.
Yeah, Matty as well, and he's
Matty. Yeah. Me and Whisket were talking yesterday about when he qualified so well in the practice race, the jump difference between Div 2 and Div 1. Even like 1/10 could cost you 5-6 places, and that's the difference.
It's ridiculous as well.
So,
to be fair, I think Sean has to be up there. If he gets confidence in the first couple of races with keeping his front wing, I think he's going to be back to himself.
He's so consistent as well. He can keep his wing, and he's great with strategy.
Yeah,
consistency in points as well, because some of these boys might not turn up, some of these boys might get a bit of bad luck. If you can try and finish every race in the points, you've got a good chance of being up there.
I mean, I feel like we've just looked past Chris, but how consistent he is. Could he be a dark horse, do you think?
No.
Straight in.
To be fair, he finished in front of me in the championship by like 12 points, and I retired in like 12 races.
Yeah, he only finished 10 points behind me in the Div 1 championship, and I think he did like 3-4 races. He's just done a lovely dive bomb on the screen.
He's pretty good at dive bombs, I can tell you that much, but I wouldn't, like, he's good, but like, his average finish is like 7th or 8th, maybe 6th. He's not one to like challenge for a podium consistently.
Yeah.
Like, if the front 3 crash into each other, then yeah, he's going to be up there. But he needs to just step that like 2/10 per lap up, and then he'll be up there.
I think it's his aggression. He needs to up his aggression a little bit more.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wet pansy in the races, like, isn't he?
He's too worried about getting damage, and he's happy to let someone go rather than damage his wing. Which,
sometimes you have to take risks though.
Yeah, you do.
You kind of have to take risks in races. That's what I'm saying from experience, Matthew.
I'm saying nothing. me and front wings aren't friends, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta take risks if you want to win races. It's just the least, anyway.
I'm expecting the Williams wing bill in Div 2 to be quite high this year.
I'm going to aim to see if I can get the rear wing off. Good.
Yeah. Next game is going to be the Halo. Right.
Some feedback from Catam is he's happy with his teammate and his car. So.
Right. Down to business. This is a tough one. I mean, we're obviously going to get a couple of barnstorm teams here. I think we're going to see 3 that are just absolutely beautiful. You'll have to bear with me when it comes to the stream, boys, because I'm not going to be able to flick through and do this at the same time, but I'll try and do it as quick as I can.
I don't think you're missing much, to be honest, mate. There's not.
I don't know, Hungry Race seemed quite punchy, to be fair. Looked alright.
Punchy was the right word. I mean, if damage was on, we'd have like 2 finishes.
It'd be like a practice race round Baku. Is it Baku? No, Britain. Right, starting with the Sauber, we've got the team of Destiny and Littlebox.
Oh,
Boom. Straight in there with a big team.
That could well be one of the biggest. I mean, Destiny was top 5 in the races.
Yeah, Destiny.
Last season.
You got a bit unlucky sometimes. I've seen him Abu Dhabi. I think Japan. Did he get bad luck around Japan?
Yeah,
I know he picked up a bit of bad luck.
Yeah, he spun and he literally, I think he took like 3 seconds out of me in a lap. I was like, how was this guy doing this? I know I'm not the quickest, but Jesus Christ, I'm not 3 seconds a lap slower than you should be.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I haven't seen a lot of Nickel, but he's come very highly praised from the drivers.
Yeah.
So.
Big team. Onto the McLaren. They'll be happy, I think, to have each other as teammates. It's NR and Blaster Brennan, 2 Americans.
American boys. The American dream.
The American dream. They should have gone for the last race, shouldn't they?
Yeah,
If NR shows the form he was on the back half of last season, then he's got nothing to worry about, has he? I mean, podium every race, was it, for the last 5? It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Could he challenge for the title?
I reckon he could.
I think the calendar being shook up this season could give him some better luck.
Yeah. Haas, I think they'd be happy with this. It's John and Vin Blanc.
2 weeks. Vin looked very quick at the end of last season to bump himself up to Div 1, he felt like.
Yeah,
and John is quick on his day, very defensive, good driver.
I think Vin's
I had
issue
Vin
would
Blanc
be
as a teammate. And he put me to shame and buried me and everything else to go with it. I mean, the first half of the season we were comparable for like 3 races and then he just shot off, so...
and then he started finishing the races.
So hopefully he can do that in Div 1, so I look a little bit better, because at the moment I look like I'm an idiot. Don't comment on that unless you've got something nice to say.
Mate, that silence spoke volumes. Right, on to the Renault. This is scary as well. It's going to be Holmes and Leader.
Oh. Oh.
So who made these teams?
It's the season, mate. Like. But yeah, how about that?
I think I remember Holmes said he might be going back to pad for next season.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Just to be more competitive.
So I reckon he can win the races.
Was he using wheels through last season?
No, he just got it for just after the end of the season, so he was doing it in practice races.
After you win the championship, he's using it since then on, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he was gifted the championship when he
And I mean, Lean, what can you say? Look at the practice race in Britain.
Yeah, second the gap on MR, who was winning the races for the last 5 years.
A second a lap. It's just
quite scary.
insane. And his tyres lasted a lot longer.
Is he a wheel user as well, leader?
I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Well, we know that Britain can be quite a powerful track for wheel users, so I mean, we'll see how it goes for the rest of the season. See if he can challenge. I'm sure both of them will score heavy points. Williams will be George Alice and myself. So, yeah, George Alice is probably going to be gutted to have me as a teammate. I mean, I'm happy, I'm not over the moon.
I think the wing bill for Williams in Div 1 is going to be the same as it is in Div 2, to be honest. I feel like jokingly, I mean, George Alice had a few incidents last season, but I mean, the start of the season, it started very well for her.
Yeah, his keep looked good as well.
Yeah.
If he keep his head, he can challenge, but that's whether or not he keep
His
head.
qualifying pace is insane. I mean, he's top 15 on some of the tracks in time trial.
It's ridiculous.
And then yourself, I mean, you didn't have the best season last season.
No, by a stretch.
But a lot of it wasn't through you. I mean, you got stuck in the pits.
Yeah,
laps.
Singapore, that was insane. I was absolutely furious, and I was hosting as well, so I couldn't leave a session. I wanted to just throw everything out the window. Oh, that's funny.
And obviously, you're hoping that the first lap incidents come away, so you're not getting wing damages often. But
Actually, got some really good starts as well last year.
You'd think you're going to be up there, or you'd hope you were.
Who, me? No, mate, I'm expecting clear relegation this year. How the hell I survived it last year, I don't know, but I'm not expecting it this year. Toro Rosso, I like this team. It's Napola and the return of Fuzzer.
Ooh. Sounds like a...
If Fuzzer's connection is sorted, then he could be back with his winning ways, but if the connection doesn't last a race, then he could be in trouble.
Yeah. He did win it that one season though, didn't he, even with connection problems?
Yeah.
He did win the championship.
He won it. Goodeds didn't race it. He came back last year and just, I don't know, he lost interest. I just don't think his head was in it. It was pretty pitiful title defence, to be fair, but I expect him to be back up there this year.
And Napola, I mean, probably one of the safest drivers on the grid.
Consistent as well.
It doesn't have that natural aggression that you might need for this division. Not sounding negative anyway, but the speed's there, but if someone's coming up faster than him, he'll tend to let them through rather than fight them.
Force India. Another nice team is Ox and Luca.
Does sound like a good team. Luca's quick. I haven't seen much of Luca. I know he's been ousted a few times. When I've seen him, he's quick.
Yeah.
Very quick. And then Ox is quick as well on his day.
Ox actually disappointed me a bit last season. I thought he was going to really go for it, but he came into his own towards the end of the season. I think he actually finished 5th in the end in the championship, but that was his first half of the season was non-existent.
I think Oxax has a very specified number of tracks that he likes. He does very well, like top 3 on those, but the rest is like 6th to 8th place on pace.
Yeah.
And Luca is very good in qualifying, and from what I've seen, very good in the rain.
Yeah. Changing
his race pace I haven't seen a lot of, but you never know. I mean, it might rain every race, and get Tech at the reserve for him saying he's going to win them, but see what happens.
But if I'm hosting, this is guaranteed to rain, to be fair. It literally rains all the time I host. I just done a snort as well, just a bit more T-stream. Red Bull, another good team, Costa and Funky.
very good team.
Costa,
Costa.
same as NR, massive run towards the end of last season. Not the best start.
Yeah.
I expect him to be top 3 at least this year.
Yeah, I can see him up there. He can keep it consistently and not in a wall or not any silly mistakes. Definitely.
I mean, Costa typically finished races last season. Even if he had wing damage, he'd come out and still catch everybody back up again. He has that much pace for some reason. I don't know how. I wish he'd tell me. But a lot of time he'd start from last and make it up to third, and we're thinking, how the hell has he done that?
Yeah.
Even though we just watched the race, because he does it without you knowing, if you know what I mean. He's a very... He doesn't go for the dive bombs, but just like a pasture. He's sneaky.
And Funky?
Funky, he had a couple good races last season.
I mean, I actually finished above Funky towards the end of last season.
Yeah. His back end of the season wasn't great.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on a wheel at the moment or back on pad, I'm not sure. I know he got a wheel.
I think he could be in danger this year.
Yeah, he could be.
He's against some very strong opposition this year. So, if doing well means you want to finish 12th and 13th, it's still trouble, isn't it?
Yeah. Ferrari, Nikos and Woods.
Nikos looked very quick that season.
Yeah, very consistent as well.
Yeah. He got a bit unlucky with a few tracks.
And he's another one with connection as well, which can be a bit... You don't like starting behind Nikos, because at the start, 110%, he would always lag. Which can be really off-putting. It does, and it is really off-putting.
Yeah.
It's not nice to say, but just wish he could just sort it out, because maybe he'd be up there winning every race if he could just sort that out, you know? And Woods...
I'll talk about Woods first. Woods raced for a very long time together. He, on his day, is very consistent, but he made a few mistakes last season.
Yeah. Uncharacteristic penalties as well, which is unlike Woods.
He's either staying out too long, and tyres just dying on him, or losing a wing, or it seemed very un-Woods-like.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he's reset at St. Paddy's Day after all that booze, and that's like the natural reset. I'm sorry, that's slightly racist, but
he's
funny
running
too.
on a full tank. And I'm sure by now, Miracles, you're aware of your team and your teammate. Mercedes is Pubstar Andy and Miracles. Mic drop. That's another huge team.
I'm happy with that.
Are you happy?
Very much.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm putting that as a 10, mate. Cubs there is only come second last season. Can't really expect a better teammate, really, can you?
No.
You said you wanted a teammate faster than you. I mean, you're not going to get much faster, right?
No, to be fair.
Not at all.
How nice was it though to see Pub back last season?
Yeah.
After a season in the wilderness, he came back and second only to good hits, right before everyone. So
I'm not going to say he's back to his form from last game, but he's very close to it now.
yeah, he's getting there.
It was definitely nice to see.
But I think you can challenge him, Miracles.
Do you want a challenge?
If you practice, eh?
Yeah, if I put the practice in.
Rather than just turning up 2 minutes before the race, doing a lap. Oh, hello, I'm here.
Pub's very good at pretty much every track. So.
Yeah, well, Monaco might be my strongest track, and I might have to pick a race here.
Right, we'll see how you do in Monaco then, you've said it now.
To be fair, he was nearly a second and a half faster than everybody else in Div 2 last season. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he lost his fastest lap, which was half a second faster on. and he was using a pad with assist. It's just stupid how fast you are and want to go slower.
Right.
You got me to worry about the season, mate, so I want to agree.
Yeah. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
because he's still gonna be in the wall anyway.
If I can find my form from the start of that last season to the midway point, I'll put myself up there. But I'm going to find that again.
Just fob the misses off and you'll be fine.
Maybe it's as simple as that, mate.
Right, boys. Fire away. I won't be offended. Who's going down?
No offense taken, there, Corey.
As long as you don't get offended by say you.
No, I reckon Funky, Woods, maybe.
Just say it, man. God.
I'm not going to tell me out here, Thomas, with you.
No, right, well I'll go then. I think the people that just shaved it last season, sort of Funky Woods, yourself, maybe Naplery, he was skirting around there last season.
Okay.
Like somehow you all sort of stayed up.
I'm gonna go Blaster. I don't think he's gonna have the pace quite to deal with this division. I'm gonna go Blaster, myself. Yeah, Funky. And yeah, Woods. I tell you what though, if I had to put one surprise person in there, I'd say John.
Yeah, he can get irritated.
You think he loses his head too much, and this season with the boys that have come up, if he loses his head, loses his wing, and then has to go pit, he's not going to get back in the points. So
yeah, there's no safety cars there.
no.
Like, a certain Welshman has put his picks to go down, and he's put Corey, Funky, John, and Woods, and caused a slight argument in the chat with John. So,
look, John.
wait, it's a certain Welshman who said these things. I want to give you one guess who.
I'm not going to have to guess. It's not good, is it?
No, he doesn't care what he says, when he says it, or who he says it to, does he?
Name's that best.
John,
yes.
there's no need to get so aggressive about it, John. It's literally just who we think might go down, mate.
Show him wrong, mate. That's all you need to do. Show him wrong.
And the champion is going to be?
Pug. I'll have to sit what team next one. So,
Yeah, it's very hard to look past Pub. I mean, second last season, champion gone.
I'm actually going to go with Costa for the championship this year. Don't let me down, Costa. Don't do an Ox on me. Ox let me down massively last year.
We'll go from your comments in a couple of the streams. You were trying to say you were going for the title yourself this season, weren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about, to be fair. Basically,
right, I'm going to
do,
look back at some screenshots.
I'm going to award myself a championship if I finish in my mini table top. So if I finish in the bottom 4, but I finish top of the bottom 4, I'm a world champion. Right, so very quickly, if anyone's missed their teams, TUF 3, Sauber, Jojo's Crunch, McLaren, Shea, Bad Boy, Rip and Run and Subcot get Haas, Renault is Ravers and Boz, Williams is Rayful and Cloudy, Toro is Fona Hassan, Force India Jake Whopper, Red Bull is Kills and I Shoot You, Ferrari is Hartzer and Ferrarister, and Mercedes is VZLA, Gabriel and Jack. TUF 2, Sauber, Catty and Henry, McLaren's Wiskit and Alex, Haas is Chris and Charged, Renault is Tekken and Matley, the Williams is Pagani and Showan, Toro Rosso, Len and Majestic, Force India is Sau and Bjorn, the Red Bull is Matty and Spur, the Ferrari is Fia and Kevin, and the Mercedes is Scuba and Brandon. And TUF 1, Sauber is Destiny and Lickle, the McLaren's NR Blaster, the Haas is John and Vin, the Renault is Holmes and Lean Dirt, The Williams is George Alice and myself. The Toro Rosso is Napoli Fuzzer. The Force India is Oxluca. The Red Bull Costa Funky. The Ferrari Nikos Woods. And Mercedes is Pub and Miracles. And that's that. Thank you very much, boys, for joining me.
No worries.
No worries. Been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Here's to a good season. We start this Sunday with TUF 3 before going to do TUF 2 on Monday and TUF 1 on Tuesday. Join us then. Thank you very much. Good night.
No.